ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Good evening, and you're welcome to CoreTV News on the hour. I am Ebunlomo Adekunle. The police authorities have withdrawn all their personnel attached to Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal. This, according to police spokesman Emmanuel Ojukwu, is as a result of his defection from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress. The police insists the decision is in line with constitutional provisions and cited Section 68, subsection 1G to back the move. The office of the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal, has accused the police authorities of breaching the 1999 Constitution by withdrawing the Speaker's orderlies. The Speaker's media aide, Imam, said in a statement that there was no basis for the acting Inspector General of Police, Layman Abba, to assume the powers of the judiciary by citing Section 68, subsection 1G as the basis for his action. He described the move as a brazen act of gross impunity, gross constitutional breach, and a contempt of court. The statement added that the judiciary had long interpreted the section the ID quoted and concluded through 2 court cases in 2013 that there were indeed divisions and factions in the People's Democratic Party. Former FCT Minister Nasir El-Rufai says the decision to recall security details attached to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Aminu Tambuwal, is an infringement on its constitutional rights. The chieftain of the All Progressives Congress accused the government and the police of impunity. He also argued that any individual or group aggrieved by the Speaker's defection to the APC should go to court rather than resort to self-help.
Well, it's a continuation of the federal government's impunity. Right Honorable Aminu Waziri Tambuwal is still the Speaker of the House. He's entitled to all the protection that the 4th citizen of Nigeria deserves. And it is sad and unfortunate that the police has become an arm of the PDP in this battle. It is unfortunate and condemnable. And I hope that they will retrace their steps and restore his security, because if anything happens to him, we will hold President Jonathan, the Minister of Police Affairs, the Inspector General of Police, and the Nigerian Police responsible.
The chairman of the PDP Governors Forum, Godswill Akpabio, says Aminu Tambuwal has no reason to stay a day longer in the position of the Speaker of the House of Representatives after his defection. He also insists that the Speaker's movement to the All Progressives Congress would have no effect on the ruling party. Governor Akpabio spoke on the sidelines of President Jonathan's visit to the PDP Secretariat in Abuja.
The PDP never lost any Speaker of the House of Representatives. The Speaker of the House of Representatives had exhibited, his seat had always been vacant and empty in all PDP activities. So I have not seen where we lost any. Have you ever seen him in any PDP function before? Have you ever seen him? So how can we say we lost? A man who has always been APC in his heart, he has always been in the opposition. So I don't see, there's no single loss. He has just now formally made an announcement. And that is why we are calling on him as an honor member and a good man who knows the meaning of democracy and the meaning of the rule of law to do the reality. No, it shows that the Speaker himself knows what it means. He knows what it means. The international community is watching him and watching the opposition, whether they will advise him rightly and whether he will do the needful. I have no doubt in my mind that the Speaker of the House of Representatives, knowing the constitutional provision of decampment and defection without crisis, knows the right thing to do since he came on the platform of the PDP. This is different from governance. This one is constitutionally provided. It's part of the rule of law. So I'm happy that he knows the right thing to do. I will not urge him, but he knows the right thing to do. I will not prompt him, but he knows the right thing to do. I look forward to seeing the announcement very soon that yes, indeed, in view of the fact that I have jumped ship, I want to relinquish my position and then hand over to the party that gave me the opportunity to be a member of the House of Reps. Thank you.
President Goodluck Jonathan has collected the presidential nomination form of the People's Democratic Party ahead his formal declaration for re-election. Speaking shortly afterwards, he insists that Nigerians would have no cause to regret giving him a second term in office if he wins on February 14th, 2015. He was accompanied by Vice President Namadi Sambo and other government officials to the party secretariat. Pius Samuel reports.
President Jonathan arrived at the party secretariat at about 2:25 p.m. to pick his nomination form, accompanied by government officials and personal aides. PDP leaders who had been eagerly waiting his arrival say he deserved a second term based on his achievements.
History has been made. This is a very, very humble personality. A personality well loved by Nigerians. That the party PDP is very proud of, and it has found in him somebody who will easily get all it requires from the next government by the grace of God.
Echoing a similar sentiment, party chairman Adamu Mwazu is confident that no other candidate can match President Jonathan's qualities. And amidst chants and praises, the forms were handed over to the president. President Jonathan later told journalists that Nigerians won't regret giving him a second term in office.
We have set up the structures properly and we'll never go back. We'll continue to move forward. Our agri-transformation program is very clear. Promise Nigerians that we'll work harder, we'll move faster, and definitely we'll move to a level where our children and our grandchildren will be happy and be proud of our country.
And now that the president's re-election bid is formal, party stalwarts say he is the man to beat next year.
And I think this is historic. This is the first time we have seen this kind of gesture from any sitting president, despite his tight schedule. It shows clearly that he has respect for the party, he has respect for democracy, and he's a man that personifies humility. It's a great day for us in PDP. In spite of what people are saying, our job is to focus on good governance and deliver transformation to Nigeria. We are not going to be deterred by what the propagandists are doing.
Having earlier adopted Jonathan as sole presidential candidate, PDP is keen on shutting its doors to any aspirants and has stopped the sale of nomination form. At last, President Goodluck Jonathan has picked his presidential nomination form to contest for the presidential election in 2015. But for who emerges as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it's only Nigerians that can determine at the polls in 2015. Pius Samuel, CoreTV News, Abuja.
Meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party has again failed to hand over the presidential nomination forms to Abdul Jalil Tafawa Balewa. This is the third time the man aspiring to challenge President Jonathan for the party's ticket would be denied the necessary forms. He later told newsmen at the PDP secretariat that he doesn't understand the games being played by the party leaders.
No, I didn't come to buy a form. I've already paid for the form maybe 3 or 4 days ago. And I was told to come back yesterday that the form was not ready because only one was printed. But by yesterday, they will have other forms. It wasn't so. I came back today. Now I went to the financial secretary who saw me for 1 minute, asked me to go sit somewhere. He will talk to the treasurer, and he has since locked himself in because he just didn't know what to do. I don't want to get anybody into trouble. I went to the treasurer's office and I was told now that there's a new directive that it has to be approved by the chairman. Why the rules are changing on a daily basis, only God can tell. But I have paid for my form. I am going to get my form, and by God, I will.
The National Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party has extended the sales of nomination forms for all elective posts by 1 week. The party was to have stopped selling forms on Thursday, October 30th, but a new deadline of November 6th has now been announced. Party spokesman Olisa Mitu said the decision was taken by the National Working Council. He, however, did not explain why the party leaders decided to shift the deadline for the sales of nomination forms. Kano State's governor and presidential aspirants of the All Progressives Congress, Rabi Kwakwanso, has collected the party's nomination form. But unlike two other aspirants who had picked their forms earlier, Governor Kwakwanso did not show up at the APC Secretariat with a bank draft or check. Party officials confirmed that payment was made through electronic fund transfer. The aspirants said the national fee, the nomination fee, was contributed by his associates who are also prepared to fund his political campaign.
Governor Kwankwaso arrived at the party secretariat in a bus, accompanied by associates and supporters. He was promptly ushered into the conference room where a crowd of supporters with the trademark red Kwankwasia cap were waiting. Soon, party leaders turned up to receive yet another presidential aspirant, but unlike the others, no member of his delegation had bank draft or check on them. The nomination fee had been wired into APC account, and so the form was handed to the third presidential aspirant. The governor disclosed that the 27.5 million naira came from donations from his associates who are also prepared to fund the campaign.
So I want to thank all those who initiated. That is what I can call a pleasant surprise, that people have decided on their own without consulting me or even taking permission from me, thought that they have some money to support this contest. So I thank you very much, and I know many more people would have contributed. So even for that, I want to thank them and assure them that we'll do whatever it takes to win, for our party to win the election of 2015.
He also assured APC leaders of his readiness to accept the outcome of the forthcoming primaries, even if he loses out.
As far as we are concerned, the four of us who have so far shown interest have agreed to work together as a family. This aspiration, and I'm sure even aspirations of other aspirants, is not a matter of do or die in this party.
In his response, the party chairman described Kwankwaso as a loyal party man. He also explained the rationale for APC's mini convention, where some sections of the party constitution were amended.
We are glad. I mean, it's nice to be appreciated, and your appreciation will be conveyed to all the members of the committee who are not here today. What you have done is to encourage us to even work harder, because of the determination of this party to ensure change in this nation. We amended our constitution yesterday to make it possible for any deserving son or daughter of this nation to come into our party today and be eligible tomorrow to aspire for any office.
And now that Governor Kwankwaso has picked the nomination form, he has formally joined 2 veterans of presidential elections in the race for APC's ticket. But with 2 other aspirants yet to formalize their interest, it is certain that the opposition party will sooner than later make more money from selling forms to presidential aspirants.
It's the CoreTV News on the hour. Take a break now and we'll be back with more stories. Stay with us.
Der Torschütze zum zwischenzeitlichen 1:1. Semenike schickt Musa, da ist Ahmed Musa! Und da ist der Ausgleich!
It's a beautiful Saturday evening in the city of Lagos.
Off the turn, Phelps had it, but then Matsui kept going.
Miles. 5 to shoot. Leonard does.
And of course, making a difference for all of us here from all our production. I hope one will bless up.
Many thanks for being there. And for more news and other information, you can visit our social media platform. On Facebook, facebook.com/CoreTV News. On Twitter, it's @CoreTV News NG. And on YouTube, youtube.com/CoreTV, leave a space, then news. Supporters of former Vice President Atiku Abubakar have hailed the decision of the national leadership of the All Progressives Congress to opt for modified direct primaries to produce its presidential candidate. The Turaki Vanguard, a political support group for the presidential ambition of the former vice president, said in a statement that the move is a victory for democracy. The group added that APC is through that decision boosted its democratic credentials and credibility. Turaki Vanguard also advised all other APC members to mobilize their supporters behind a move it insists would strengthen the opposition. The Alliance for Democracy, AD, has opened its new party secretariat in Lagos with a promise from the national chairman of the party, Mojisoluwa Akinfenwa, that the party is poised for a comeback to the governance of the state. Oluwaseyi Adegoke, who was at the opening, filed on this report.
Chairman of Alliance for Democracy, AD, in the name of Almighty Father, I call this state to the glory of God and to the use of the party and the nation in the name of Jesus.
The official opening of the party secretariat was an opportunity for party faithful from far and near to come together to show that the party is indeed back. Speaking at the occasion, National Chairman of the party, Mojisoluwa Akinfenwa, says the Alliance for Democracy is ready for a comeback to the governance of Lagos State.
Today, by the grace of God, what I would like to refer to as the confirmation service and ceremony of AD is taking place right here and right now at our state party secretariat in the heart of Lagos. I repeat, in the heart of Lagos, from where the plot to destroy and kill AD was planned and executed.
State Party Chairman Kola Ajayi says Alliance for Democracy is a party that cannot die.
AD is alive and well and ready to take back the government of Lagos and bring back the fear of God and fairness to all the rich and poor into governance. In fact, those who want AD dead are now struggling to keep their family party together because of the well-known policy of opposition by personal owner of the party.
A governorship aspirant of the party, Bolaji Ogunsheye, says the party is ready for the Lagos governorship election.
Governance in the interest of the majority. If you want to find out what is the unique selling point, what is the distinct quality and character of the government that is coming under AD in Lagos, it is that we will rule in the interest of the majority.
Though the party has teetered on the brink of collapse for some time, while many even see it as a proxy party, but its national chairman and faithfuls say it is back for good. Lagosians will be the judge of this tough talk. Oluwaseyi Adegoke, CoreTV News, Lagos.
Adamawa State Governor Bala Ngelare says the security situation in the state has elicited concern. He called for understanding from the people of the state, adding that the government is doing all in its power to control the situation.
I appeal to our people for understanding and to say that the matter of security is everybody's concern, not only for government. It is our collective responsibility. So we should be up and doing. We should be our brothers, keepers. Any information that would assist the security operatives to stem this insecurity should be passed to the necessary authorities.
Ngelare added that arrangements have been put in place to take care of the needs of the affected persons.
Of course, we have some material in our stores right now, and we will have to ask for more. We will have to seek assistance, collaborate assistance with the security agencies and those who are in charge of this to ensure the so-called reaches these people as soon as possible.
And outside Nigeria, Burkina Faso President Blaise Compaoré has imposed a state of emergency in his country in a bid to end violent protests against its 27-year-old rule. He has also dissolved the government. But in spite of all the measures, violent protests aimed at ending his 27-year-old rule still continue, with the parliament building burnt by protesters who also ransacked state television. Protesters have converged on the main square in the capital, Ouagadougou, demanding the immediate resignation of Compaoré, who has been in power since 1987 and has won 4 disputed elections since. Witnesses say one person was killed during the protests as protesters converged on the presidential villa, with soldiers firing bullets to disperse the crowd. Soldiers are also said to have joined the protests and are believed to be led by a former defense minister, Kwame Lug. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon's special envoy to West Africa, Mohamed Ibn Chambers, will fly to Burkina Faso on Friday to try to resolve the crisis. And that's the news for this hour. Join us again top of the hour for more. Thank you for watching. I am Epunlomo Adekunle.